You could also migrate using existing backups. You could have a copy of your database that is already been backed up using RMAN. Now, again, if your backup set wasn't originally compressed, you might want to just compress the files at the operating system level before upgrading them. Again, using the existing backup has no effect on the production database, and it does have the bonus of letting you test that you know how to recover and restore that database, how long it's going to take, because it's usually a good idea to know how long it will take to restore and recover your production system. I guarantee if you ever have to restore and recover your production system, somebody several pay grades higher than you is going to be looking over your shoulder asking how long it's going to take. So knowing that in advance is a good idea. And it's also useful because then you'll know whether you could use the cloud as a disaster recovery strategy. The nice thing about the cloud is that you don't have to pay for the hardware until you need it. So in a disaster recovery terms, having that kind of strategy tested and in place is really useful because it's the type of thing that doesn't really cost you anything. It's not like having a whole separate DR system at another site that's there just in case. You have it there just in case, but really the cost is absolutely minimal. Now, a couple of things about uploading those files. I mentioned that uploading the dump files is going to be one of the longer parts of your migration process. There are ways to make it shorter and make it more robust. The first is that you should use multi-part uploads for any files that are really larger than about 100 megabytes. We know that the internet gremlins can intrude into files and tweak a bit or a byte here or there, corrupt a dump file. So to avoid that, or to make it easier to recover if you do have something that gets corrupted by the network copy, breaking the files up into smaller chunks just makes all of that easier. So you can use the OCI command line interface utility. You can see the link in the slides to the installation guide for that, and it gives you the APIs or the commands to be able to upload files in multiple parts. In addition, it gives you the ability to upload many files at once with one command. So that will do a multi-part upload and a parallel upload together. And that means with one command, you can upload lots and lots of very big files and not worry about what happens if one of them or another somehow goes awry during that process. You can recover from that pretty easily. Couple of options there. One is that you could limit the parallel upload count or the part size if you want to. You might need to do this depending on your network traffic, maybe throttle it during the day and have it bigger at night. You might want to prefix the file names because when you're going into an object store bucket, these buckets can be arbitrarily large and you may not know exactly what else is in there or who else is using that bucket. So having the files prefixed with something identifiable to you will make it that much easier later. And then you can include or exclude files selectively. So let's say you do your bulk upload and then you find that you have one or two files that need to be re-uploaded. You can do that pretty easily as well.